51 Homes is one of the steps that we will take to end homelessness. 51 Homes targets people who have been living outside or cycling between shelters for a long time and who have multiple medical conditions. So it's a way of triaging, if you will, prioritizing people who need housing. Lots of people need housing. We estimate that there's about 6,000 homeless people in the Tucson metropolitan area. Probably over half are families with children, but then there's a lot of people that are like the people that we're targeting with 51 Homes.
The thing that I hear from people who maybe haven't worked with folks who are experiencing homelessness or, social services or human services is, well, homeless people are just like us. And so I feel like that's really important to continue to remind people that homeless is not a type of person, and that experiencing homelessness is just a circumstance, a very changeable circumstance. Somebody who is housed versus somebody who is not housed. And it doesn't have to be an identity, and it shouldn't be an identity for people. And it's something that we can change, because I think when we start to identify homeless people as a group of people, then that's part of allowing things to continue the way they are and not really truly addressing the big picture that needs to be changed, the big systems that need to be changed.
Sunday afternoon, our more than 100 volunteers came to Temple Emmanuel, and they spent 3 hours of their Sunday afternoon learning about the survey processes, learning about the paperwork, and getting comfortable about asking those important questions in caring and sensitive ways.
Everybody has been just great at every level. The volunteers have all gone above and beyond. People have been willing and excited to get involved, and I feel like we're always asking a little bit more and a little bit more, and people are okay and coming in a little bit earlier and staying a little bit longer and doing a little bit extra and working with one another. And there's been a lot of change and flexibility and organized chaos, I've heard it called, and everybody is really just good attitude and remaining excited and happy to be involved and stay involved and help however they can. So I feel like that's the biggest lesson that I've learned, is just from the organizing piece of it, how, like, wow, what a really good community we have here.
The thing is, everybody out here, makes their house a home, whether their house would be a tent or a box. And there's a lot of pride with a lot of these folks, and that's what I think causes a lot of angst. A lot of people look at these people as maybe less than, and these guys, for example, how open they are to sharing what they call home with folks that respect them. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that these folks desire. The social interaction. A lot of times people think that they come out here because they don't want to be around people, but most of them are just trying to find a place that they're treated well. I mean, the interactions between all the families, they kind of take care of each other. It's a real blessing, and I think it's a real honor to work with these folks.
I have always had a soft spot in my heart for the homeless, but this, if I can talk without getting broken up, has really been an eye-opener. And it's people just like you and me. Some are down on their luck, some have been unfortunate and had accidents, and it changed their life. Some it's a choice, not many, and that's what people need to understand, that it's not a choice. It's a life circumstance, and they just need a second chance. And it's programs like this that put it out there and help people to understand and not be afraid and understand that homeless people are just that. They're people with a different set of circumstances. And if everybody cares and everybody listens with their heart, then they can make a difference and it can change.
More than 100 volunteers talked to more than 450 individuals. We actually did surveys on 404 of them, and about 180 of those folks actually were determined to be medically vulnerable. They had one or more of the medical vulnerability conditions that the survey looks for. Out of those 180 plus folks, we've selected our 51 folks to provide those 51 housing units for. And so now that work begins. And what we've done up to this point has been complicated, and it's been exciting. The work that we have to do in the future of finding those folks again and engaging them and providing them with the supports they need, both the professional social services supports, but also the sort of volunteer mentoring and just human supports. That's the work that we have to do now.